ever look at a car and just stop for a second? Not because it's exotic, not because it's loud, but because it just looks right? That's exactly what happens when you see the 2026 Hyundai Sonata glide by. It's the kind of car that makes you ask yourself, wait, that's a Hyundai? Because this, my friends, is not just a sedan. It's Hyundai stepping up and saying, we can do luxury, we can do style, and we can do it better than anyone expects. From the moment it rolls up, the 2026 Sonata commands attention. The sleek LED light bar stretches across the front like a single brush stroke of light. It's aggressive, futuristic, and elegant, all in one frame. The front grille blends seamlessly with the headlights, giving the car a wide, confident stance that's more Audi or BMW than anything you'd expect from a traditional mid-size sedan. In the design language, oh, it's something special. Hyundai calls it parametric dynamics, but let's be honest, it's just stunning. The sculpted sides catch the light beautifully, especially in Portofino Grey or Ultimate Red. The rear, with that continuous LED strip and Sonata lettering stretched wide across the trunk, gives it an unmistakable signature. You know instantly what it is, even from a distance. Now here's a question. Do looks really matter if the car doesn't deliver behind the wheel? Well, that's where things get interesting, because the 2026 Sonata doesn't just rely on looks, it's built to perform. You can feel it the moment you press start, and the digital cluster comes alive. The base models get a refined 2.5-litre four-cylinder engine, pushing around 191 horsepower, smooth, balanced, and quiet. But if you want real excitement, the N-Line version steps up the game with a 2.5-litre turbocharged engine, pushing 290 horsepower and 301 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60? Just about 5.3 seconds. For a front-wheel drive sedan, that's impressive. Compare that to the Camry TRD's 301 horsepower V6. Sure, the Toyota might sound louder, but the Sonata's turbo setup gives you a much broader torque curve. It pulls cleanly through every gear, and the 8-speed dual-clutch transmission responds like it's reading your mind. The shifts are crisp, fast, and completely drama-free. In daily driving, it feels refined. On a twisty road, it feels alive. But here's where Hyundai really wins hearts: the interior. Step inside, and it doesn't feel like a 30K sedan. It feels like you've just walked into a luxury lounge. The dashboard stretches wide, wrapped in soft-touch materials, with a dual-curved display that merges the digital gauge cluster and infotainment screen into one clean panoramic layout. It's futuristic, but not overwhelming. Everything is where it should be: elegant, minimal, and precise. The steering wheel design is clean and compact, with premium leather wrapping and well-placed controls. The gear selector has been replaced with a sleek rotary dial that adds to the minimalist vibe. The center console feels sculpted, not cluttered. Even the ambient lighting, which flows across the dashboard and doors, gives the cabin a calming, yet high-tech glow, especially at night. The seats, they're a story of their own. Soft Napa leather, ventilated and heated, perfectly contoured for long drives. Rear passengers? They're not forgotten either. Hyundai stretched the wheelbase just enough to give excellent legroom, and the rear seats also offer heating and armrest controls, something you don't see in most cars in this price range. You start noticing the attention to detail. The speaker grills have an intricate metallic design. The air vents blend so seamlessly, you barely see them. Even the door panels carry stitching and soft padding that feels German in execution. And when you close the door, that solid thunk sound, it tells you everything about the car's build quality. It's solid, not hollow. Refined, not flimsy. And technology. The Sonata is loaded. You get Hyundai's latest infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. A high-resolution head-up display, a 12-speaker Bose sound system, and even remote smart parking assist. Yes, you can move the car forward or backward using the key fob while standing outside. It's those little touches that make you realize Hyundai isn't chasing the competition anymore. It's outthinking them. Now you might ask, what about safety? Well, that's another area where the Sonata sets benchmarks. You get Hyundai SmartSense as standard, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot view monitor, and forward collision avoidance assist. There's also highway driving assist that practically lets the car steer itself on long drives. And the surround view monitor gives you a 360-degree bird's eye view, perfect for tight spots or city parking. Mileage. The non-turbo 2.5 engine gives around 32 miles per gallon combined, impressive for its size. The hybrid version, though, pushes it even further. 51 mpg city, 54 highway. Compare that to the Honda Accord hybrid or Toyota Camry hybrid. And the Sonata matches them while offering a design that's arguably more futuristic. Let's talk ride comfort. The suspension tuning is near perfect. Soft enough to absorb bumps, yet firm enough to stay composed on corners. It feels mature, quiet, and stable at highway speeds. Hyundai also added better sound insulation and laminated glass this year, so the cabin remains whisper quiet even on rough asphalt. You can tell this is a car that's been engineered not just for A to B, but for the experience in between. It's for the driver who appreciates silence, technology, and that subtle feeling of confidence every time they grip the wheel. Now let's bring in the rivals. The Toyota Camry, still reliable, but its design feels conservative next to this Sonata. The Honda Accord, excellent balance, but interior design isn't as daring or premium. The AK5, stylish cousin, yes. But the Sonata feels more sophisticated, more grown up. And when you compare prices, the Sonata often undercuts all three, while offering features they make you pay extra for. The question arises, has Hyundai truly cracked the mid-size sedan formula? Let's find out. Imagine this. You walk up to your car in the evening. The Sonata senses the key in your pocket and automatically turns on the welcome lights. The LED strip glows across the front. Door handles illuminate softly and the cabin lights up like a private jet. You sit inside, close the door, and everything feels centered around you. The infotainment screen welcomes you with a smooth animation. The digital cluster displays a crisp graphic of the car. And even before you start driving, there's this sense of calm precision. That's what Hyundai's aiming for, emotional connection through design and detail. Start the engine, or press start rather, and the car comes alive quietly. No unnecessary drama. The acceleration is smooth, immediate, and confident. You can feel the balance between comfort and control. Push it into sport mode, and the character changes. Throttle sharpens, steering tightens, and the digital cluster glows red. Suddenly, this elegant sedan becomes a bit of a rebel. And yes, enthusiasts might say, it's front-wheel drive. How sporty can it be? Well, the N-Line begs to differ. It'll hold corners with surprising grip, and the steering gives real feedback, rare in this class. The balance is impressive, the stability excellent, and the braking is sharp. This isn't a car pretending to be sporty. It's a car that actually feels engineered for drivers who care. Inside, the experience just keeps building. The panoramic sunroof floods the cabin with light. The air purification system keeps things fresh. Even small touches like a wireless phone charger with cooling function show Hyundai thought about real-world use. There are USB-C ports for everyone, rear climate vents, and enough storage to keep the cabin clutter-free. Now someone might ask, if it's this good, why would anyone still go for the traditional choices? The answer is habit. People still associate Hyundai with economy, not luxury. But sit in this 2026 Sonata, drive it once, and you'll realize that image is long gone. This car feels premium in ways that genuinely surprise you. Let's talk durability, because beauty alone isn't enough. The Sonata's structure uses Hyundai's advanced high-strength steel platform, improving rigidity by 20%. That means better crash safety, less vibration, and sharper handling. Even the doors have reinforced beams and triple-sealed weather protection. This isn't just design for looks, it's engineering for longevity. And one thing you'll appreciate, maintenance costs stay reasonable. Hyundai's warranty remains one of the best in the industry. 10 years or 100,000 miles for the powertrain. That's confidence you don't get from Toyota or Honda. Now imagine taking it out on a long road trip, say Los Angeles to San Francisco. You'll realize how effortlessly it glides. The adaptive cruise control keeps pace, the lane centering keeps you steady, and the seats keep you fresh even after hours. Music through the Bose system fills the cabin with studio-level clarity. And when you stop for coffee, you catch yourself just turning around to look at it again, because it looks that good from every angle. Here's a small detail I love: the digital key. You can unlock, start, or share your car access using your smartphone. It's such a futuristic feature that even some luxury brands still haven't perfected it. And that's Hyundai in a nutshell, ahead of its time, quietly innovating while others are still playing catch-up. So, what's the real takeaway here? The 2026 Hyundai Sonata isn't trying to be a BMW 5 Series or a Mercedes E-Class. It's trying to redefine what a family sedan can feel like: beautiful, strong, tech-filled, and confident without screaming for attention. It's mature, elegant, and genuinely enjoyable to live with. By the time you park it back in your driveway and step out, you'll probably look back once, maybe twice. Because that's what cars with character make you do. And in that moment, you realize something. This isn't the same Hyundai from a decade ago. This is a brand that's evolved. This is design meeting intelligence. This is the future of everyday luxury. So, if someone asks you, why the Sonata? You tell them, because it's not just about going somewhere. It's about how it makes you feel every time you get there. And that, right there, is what makes the 2026 Hyundai Sonata one of the most complete sedans of our time.